All right, this is vlog number 9, I think. And today, I'm Tim, the CEO of Nouvre software company, and I'm working on some automated platforms. So I want to basically start getting some SaaS revenue, SaaS software as a service revenue. I've had SoftEPM for about a year now. And I've used SoftEPM pretty much exclusively in my own company to manage software projects. I know it's good enough for me, and I happen to be someone who ran product management and development for a company, as well as being a product manager for about 4 years before that. And so for me, it's very simple. It doesn't have all the crazy features of a lot of other platforms. And I find that simple is better, especially if you want to bring a client into the communication. So I like to invite my clients to be part of the dialogue, to see what's going on SoftEPM. And so I'm going to be launching SoftEPM as a software as a service product, paid subscriptions. And I have some ideas on pricing. So we'll see about that. At the same time, I'm creating a platform called Softy Challenge. Softy Challenge is to give freelancers and agencies, basically anybody who can develop software, to give those people, whether developers or designers or user experience people, give them a place where they can showcase their talents and they can build up a reputation. So my thought is that there's a lot of job platforms. For example, Upwork. For example, I'm sure it's similar to other job platforms. But these job platforms, if you don't have a reputation already, it's extremely difficult to land any jobs. And the only way to land jobs is to land jobs. Or I should say, the only way to get any reputation is just to land jobs. So you have to really grovel on the ground. You have to do all kinds of things that you don't want to do in order to land that first job. And also, clients have this inordinate amount of control and power over freelancers and agencies. For example, the rating system is kind of all locked up. The client is very in control of the rating system, and freelancers don't have an ability to really have any control over it. So here's what happens. You have freelancers and basically agencies. Agencies, freelancers are all on the same side of the table. On the other side of the table is the client. So the client is the one who hires those people to do software projects. I know I've been on both sides of the table. I've been a client, I've also been a freelancer, and I've been an agency. And I'm all three right now. So the negative part about that is that the client, if the client isn't happy, the client can continue to draw the freelancer, draw the agency out, to make them do more and more free work to make the client happy. And they still don't know at the end if the client's going to leave a positive review. I'm not sure exactly why it's so pronounced on Upwork, but I really believe it's a problem. I believe it's a problem in the system. And so I have some ideas on how that could be better. But in the meantime, what I decided to build is Softy Challenge. So this is a place where freelancers and agencies can prove their own skills by doing challenges. And these challenges might be part of a job that a client submits, but these are going to be small challenges. And then the code is going to be reviewed and judged by very talented, I should say, very important software architects, who will rate those submissions, and basically for the top 10, 15, whatever submissions, we're going to award points. And those points will become the reputation of that freelancer. The difference between that and other platforms is, on another platform, if you do one job and the client is furious about it or whatever, and they want to basically end your freelancing life, they can leave you a horrible review. And then that stands right up at the top. And when people come to check out whether they want to hire you, they see this horrible rating. And in some cases, if you're a top-rated freelancer, which I am, you can get ratings removed. But for other freelancers who haven't achieved that top-rated status, and top-rated takes a while to achieve, then it's very difficult to deal with these negative ratings. It essentially kills your way of making a living. Okay, if it wasn't for the fact that most of these freelancers are trying to make a living on Upwork, and then for someone to just come along, leave a bad feedback, and literally it kills your ability to get jobs. Why? Because the competition is so high on Upwork. So anyway, that's what Softy Challenge is all about. I'm pretty excited about it, it's already sort of soft launched. At least it's live right now. And I can say that because no one's watching these videos yet. But my goal is to turn that into a platform that will generate a reputation for the client that isn't fly by night, that a client, I should say for freelancers and agencies, generates this reputation. And then clients will see that and they'll base their hiring decisions on the reputation of the freelancer or the agency. If you are someone who spent 20 years doing software development and a client leaves you one bad feedback and then your reputation really goes into the trash because of it, well, don't you still have 20 years of experience? Aren't you still a great software developer? Of course you are. So we need to remove the ability of clients to just destroy a freelancer when they're unhappy, because the system for undoing that is non-existent. So I have other stuff I'm also working on. And the reason I'm working on all this stuff is that I found with Corona, I don't know what the deal is. I'm a top-rated freelancer. I have 94% job success score. Could be 100, but you know what? 100% job success score is kind of fake, don't you think? I have mostly five-star feedback. My profile looks really great. And still been having trouble landing new projects. I have a few projects that are ongoing, and so those are kind of paying the bills. But if I'm honest, we need to grab more projects. So when times are like this, what it makes me do is it makes me go into my creative hole and start building and thinking about how can I replace that freelancer, or should say agency income? How can I replace that agency income with a SaaS kind of product? So I've got three things really in the works. You have Softy PM. Softy PM, my plan is to make that $49 a month for companies, and I might make that $69 a month. I'm thinking between $49 and $69. But $49 a month, it'll be for a company. It's not going to be user by user. Most software they do like a user package, but I'm going to do it just one price, like Basecamp, one price for the whole company, and they can invite all their team and everything. And I think that's going to help me to have more people using it, and then I can get those people, incentivize those people to share their feedback or to share it with their friends. So I'll give away something that they'll want to do social sharing. And then so that's $49, $69 a month. So once I have that done, the Softy Challenge is going to be $99 for a freelancer or $299 for an agency. So a company, they can afford a little more. And what that is for 1 year. And so that'll be another income stream. And then when it comes to, so there's one further development, and that is something called softyblocks.com. So Softy Blocks is software packages where people can come and say, I want to get an application built, but I don't want to hire a team who I don't know if it's going to get this done or whatever. And so you could say, here's a demo application. This is exactly what you're going to get. We'll install this for you. We understand this application front and back. It's very clean. It's very solid. It's got subscription management. It's got user management. It's got all kinds of stuff built into it. And then here you go right out of the box. So my thought on that was $1,500. So a person who's willing to spend $2,500, $5,000, $10,000 to get a web application built would certainly pay $1,500 to get a base application done and hosted. and then say, here's your application. Now, what customizations can we do? So that'll be an additional package adding on to it. Probably $1,000 for maybe 10 hours or 20 hours, somewhere in that range of additional development that will do customizations for you. So anyway, I'm excited about all this stuff, and when it comes to being a business owner, there's ups, there's downs, there's times when you're like this, and there's times when you're down like this, but you just have to keep basically taking action, taking care of yourself, taking care of your mental and physical health, spending time with your family, doing all those things that are important, and for me, prayer also, and then on top of that, to just be taking what I think are, what my gut tells me are the right activities for me today to get this business moving forward. And over time, there are wins and losses, and ultimately your wins start to pile up more than the losses, and so that's a good thing. So anyway, that's it for today. It's kind of a longer vlog today. Thanks for listening. We'll talk to you soon.